Alrighty, so my boyfriend inspired me to start, I guess, logging what I'm feeling, especially because I just started back on a journey towards fitness and health. And he just started actually very different from my own, but he's also on a journey towards fitness, and then he's also growing dreads, which is a very long process and very trying if you've ever researched dreadlocking. Um, but basically, so he was my inspiration, and the purpose of this is to really log how I'm feeling, what I feel to be a curvy girl, also trying to pursue fitness and health goals. And also, I'm going to be training for my half marathon that's coming up in January. Apparently, it's really common to sign up for these kinds of races like 6 or 7 months before they actually happen. So that's really new to me. It's all a new process. Definitely a beginner. I only started running about a year and a half ago because of a very good friend of mine in college that, my best friend actually, one of them, that was in track. And I never really considered myself a runner, I can tell you that much right now. I mean, I am pretty curvy over here. Like, I'm not skinny at all. Like, you wouldn't describe me as thin. I have meat on me, um, more than enough for everyone. And but I understand that that's just my body type, and I've come to terms with it as I became older. And now that I'm 21, turning 22 in December, I really have become a lot more comfortable. But when I do fall off the bandwagon, when I'm eating a lot of junk food, when I'm eating as much as my own boyfriend, who's like crazy muscular, 250 pounds, and just can eat whatever he wants, that's not a good thing. So me and him the other day, I told him how I was feeling. I was like, I'm really feeling bad about myself. I don't feel healthy. When I look in the mirror, I'm not happy with what I see. And I've always been okay with being curvy, but it's also because I felt healthy as well. So me and my boyfriend, his name is Andre, we sat down and said, all right, let's go ahead, and I'm a big planner, so I had to write it, right? That's the, you know, goal setter. So I decided to write down my goals. And the reason I did that is because in high school, when I was a sophomore, I was 15 years old, and I weighed about 236 pounds, and I got down to 170 pounds. I felt kind of sickly at that. My face got really gaunt. There's just like really sucked in at that weight, and I didn't feel that healthy because it was really hard for me to keep my body keep going down from 170. I was like pushing 166, 165 at one point, and I found myself really depressed because I was literally only eating 1,100 calories a day, and it just wasn't enough for someone that was working out as much as I was. I ended up going back up to 185, and then once I graduated from high school, I was about 175-ish, and I was happy there. I felt great about myself, but I also was toned. I was pretty nice shape, for myself and what I felt. I am 5'7", so for some people that might seem like, oh, that's 175 pounds, that's pretty heavy. But for me, that's where I feel comfortable. And like I said, as long as I feel happy and healthy inside, and I'm eating right, and I'm exercising, and I'm able to do the things that I want to do, like running, and it's not where I'm just like huffing and puffing and can't do it, but rather an attainable challenge, I feel good about myself. So like I was saying, I wrote down my goals just like I did in high school, and me and Andre made a pact. We said, okay, let's go ahead and write down our short-term and long-term goals. And as you know, my long-term goal is to run that half marathon, and it happens to be at Disneyland, which is my favorite place on earth, and because I'm a little girl and I love Disneyland. But I really want to do something here. I want to, this is the first time in a really long time that I'm actually really excited about something. And when I run that half marathon, I want to feel good when I run. I want to feel strong, and I don't feel strong right now. And I really, really want that. So I just want to log how I'm doing. Oh, this is Andre. You saw a dread. Log how I'm doing, how I'm feeling, what I'm doing to get to the place that I want to be. And just to give you a little bit of insight of where I am right now, according to the scale I have right now, I'm 190 pounds. Am I happy with that? No way. I am not happy with that at all. Believe me, I was like really upset because when I asked, I told Andre how I felt and just feeling really bad, he said, you really need to get on the scale. You just need to know where you are so that you can actually start going towards something. And I really didn't want to, but he made me get on, and it was a good thing. And I weighed 196, and I was just really, really pissed off. But it made me just start. It made me have that motivation. And a lot of times it's really hard to get on that scale because you kind of have that fight with yourself that, okay, it's only a number. Some people feel like it's only a number, whereas other people, are really invested in that number. I'm kind of in the middle where I do care about the number, but at some point it's really about how I feel. So very moderate when it comes to scales. And if it becomes unhealthy where you're just like trying to push that number down and down and down and your body just doesn't want to do it, I really feel like you can get into an unhealthy swing of that. So, yeah, so my goals are to be, long-term goals is to run that half marathon and to get back down to, I think I want to be about around 170, 175. That's my main goal. Like I said, I want to feel strong. Short-term goals is to take 16 pounds off. And from that 196, I've lost 6 of those pounds, so I want to get back down to 190. Oh, excuse me, I'm 190 right now. I want to get to 180, so that's my new goal. And I'm hoping I'm doing what it takes. I only drink water and coffee. That's a big one because I have to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning for work on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I have 12-hour days, so it's really hard to not have that coffee sometimes, but sometimes I also have the tea. And then I'm taking out carbs after 1 o'clock. Not necessarily like fruits and like corn and starches necessarily that can be seen as carbs. I'm not crazy strict on myself in that way, but it's just main carbs like white bread. I won't have like a sandwich with white bread or even wheat bread at night. I won't have a potato or rice or pasta like I would. I mean, my boyfriend, he eats. I love to eat too, so that's kind of one of the things that I'm working on is my eating habits. So I definitely would love for you guys to be supportive on my journey. I know that everyone has their opinions, and that's okay. I have mine. So thank you all for listening, and whatever journey you are on, I hope you are, successful.